Welcome awesome people to my channel, New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. Like, share and subscribe, it's much appreciated. Learn something new today. This channel on Mondays live is a balance of fun and learning something new today. So let's get going. Let's see what's coming up on today's live. Okie doke, so I'm just having a look. We've got, let's look at a book I took from my book Nook. So we're going to be looking at another bird in the garden. We have pastimes, and we're going to be playing a game today with that. We have sow, grow, mow, and ho, ho, ho. So we're going to be looking at things you should be doing next week in your garden. Of course, we have some jokes. What else? Quote corner, knacks, hacks, facts, and stats. So some more tips and hints for you. We have spin the wheel. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned. And what to watch on your coffee break. So let's go first of all, and let's have a look at the comments and see who's in the chat so far today. Hello to all of you that are watching back later. Let's say hello to you first. And we have Squirrels Magnet Fishing and Outdoors. I've just been watching your last live. If it's a live, I tend to catch up in little small bits. I think I put that in a message, just so you know, if I keep coming back and putting another comment, if it's something specific you're talking about. I tend to watch people's lives prior to doing my own live. If I've got sort of 10 minutes to go, I can't get into anything, obviously, of myself if I'm about to go on a live. So I tend to watch people's lives and catch up then, or else I'll look at very short videos. We have Steve and Tina Jewel here as well. Have you had your porridge yet today, Steve? So let's say hello to both of those channels. And as I always say, if you're watching this, go and watch their channels. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. So that's what we've got coming up today. So I think the best thing to do is we should start with our first thing today. Let's start with this. So at the moment, I'm promoting a music channel, and that is Ben Sounds, Ben, Ben Sounds. Do go over and look there. If you want more info on that, there's no issues there at all. If there is, they jump straight away and help you and put it right. And I've just edited my video talking about my situation, what's happening now, and so on and so forth. But I'm posting it on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. It's because I've got a ton of stuff to post on this channel. So I'm sending it over there because I do also do a lot of YouTube advice on there. If you want YouTube advice, both this channel and that channel have playlists to help you through any difficulties. So go and take a look at that. And we're also going to be, that's a YouTube channel, by the way. You can find their music through Ben Sound. And you'll know it's their one because it's a black icon with a letter B in white, a fancy letter B. If you don't catch it, then ask me for it and I'll send you the link there. Channel shout outs today. We're going to do 2. We're going to start with Ernie Hatmaker. If you're a grower, I'll be very surprised if you haven't found her wonderful channel, Ernie Hatmaker. And that is a channel to really look at if you want to see natural growing like I do. No fancy schmancy, just good, down to earth, basic growing. So that's where you want to go there. And you can see today I'm wearing my badge, my Andale Homestead badge. Do go and check out Andale Homestead. Again, I'll be surprised if you don't know her channel, particularly if you're a homesteader. I was one of her first viewers and she has grown like her vegetables. So do go and check out those channels today. Steve saying just got up. So no porridge yet from Steve. The other thing I want to promote is this. Now on this channel, I've got lots coming up of things that I found at local dumps and salvage and make, do, amend, and how we repurpose things we find. But also I'm doing a whole series on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. I'm doing a whole playlist of restock, reorganize, declutter, make, amend, make, do, amend, how you can have things without paying any money. And I've just edited a really fancy one today, but they're going to cover all types of scenarios. And it's going to be craft, it's going to be using what you've got, and many other ways, but how you can, or how I live without spending much money at all, and how you can make money by what you have. So there's lots of those coming up. If you're into that kind of thing, you'll need to go on the other channel, and I'm going to be making a playlist of all those. There are already many of those things on this channel and that channel, but this is going to be a really full series on all sorts of aspects of the same idea. So do go and check that out. And make sure you subscribe to my other channel if you don't know it, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. And I like to call that the channel with something for everybody. So if you go over there, I can't tell you what's on it because the concept is so vast that the easiest thing for you to do is go on that channel and look at the playlist, and come and tell me if you can't find something that interests you there. So go on the playlist and see what you can find. Steve's got his coffee now. I've got my water. Okay, let's go on. Oh, it's a bit warm. I've just got out the pool. It's so hot here. Oh, and in case you don't know, it's 5:45 at night now. 5:45 at night here. So I'm ahead of most of you guys, unless you're Australian. I'm ahead of most of you. Okay, let's go on to... Where is it? I can never find this one because I use this intro over all my channels. I can never remember where exactly it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, you can stop now, Forrest. He's running around inside the light ring. He's stopping on number 5. Number 5 today. So number 5 in my intro is a hand saying, "You've got this." So we've got to talk something in association with "you've got this." Let me think. Well, I think, let me grab Forrest. And if you don't know, Forest was named by the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. So there's Forest. Oh, he's spying on you today. Look, he's spying. He's very shy, bless him. He's very shy. So it's Forest as in Forrest Gump, run, Forest, run. I love that. I think that's a brilliant name for him. So there's Forest. Go and pop him in his bed now. He's done his job for today. So number 5, you've got this. What can we talk about? Well, when things seem to be quite stressful, just bear through it. Time will pass. Tomorrow is another day. And I've got my kidney issues, so I'm just starting to deal with that again. I think that's why I've not been well again lately, on and off. And yeah, I've got terrible back pain from that. So I'm dealing with that again. And also my cat, Fossil. I've got 4 cats. So if you look at all my videos and see Fossil, she's a very, very old lady now. Let me see. I have got her age. She's not our oldest cat. Let me see. Let me see. I have got her age. Fossil. We got her in 2008, and she wasn't a kitten. She was an adult cat then. So 2008. She's not our oldest cat. Our oldest cat we got in 2005, which is Pebbles, and she wasn't a kitten either. So they're 2 very old ladies, but they're doing very well. They're doing well. But Fossil, we had to take her to the vet. She had, as if she had poked her eye. You know, they start shutting one eye and everything. She's always had eye issues, and we took her to the vet. I thought, oh, she closes it, he'll rest it, but then she had oozy out of it. So I took her to the vet, and he said something he'd said before many years ago when we first had her and she had eye issues. Oh, she'll probably lose the eye, might have to take it out. And she's got the same thing. He said that, yeah, she could poke it, or she's just got something wrong with her eye. Just to knock it, it can actually all flare up again. So he said, of course, she's such an old cat now, he couldn't take it out unless, obviously, it was going to be thoroughly infected. Every day, 3 times a day, I've got to do eye drops in her eyes. And the 3rd eyelid, if you know, cats have 3 eyelids. The 3rd eyelid was like going up and over. And he said, you need to get that down, or else that's when they lose their eye. If that goes over and stays shut, the eye has to come out. So I have to literally pull the 3rd eyelid down, and then do, like if you've got, like, is it red eye, and you have cream and you have to like squeeze it across the lower eyelid. But I have to make sure I pull her 3rd eyelid down and squeeze this stuff inside her 3rd eyelid. It's a messy job. But she looks a lot better for it. We've got to take her back when I run out of stuff. He said you'll probably need to another 2 or 3 times of doing it until the stuff runs out each time. But already she is looking like a big improvement. I don't think she can see entirely out of it since we've had her anyway. So as long as it doesn't get infected and whatever, she should be good. And she's not bothered by it. The only thing she does, obviously, is tries to clean the stuff out after I put it in and shakes her head. And our kitchen is covered on the floor because that's the easiest room to clear up, on the floor. So we put her on the floor, and Mike tries to hold her. He can't do drops and things. He's too shaky. I don't have perspective, as you know. It's like a comedy duo doing it. Oh, dear. But we get there. Like anything, we get there. I like the name. Cool. Lucky you don't get scratched. No, Mike holds her, and I have done her on my own. I've held her between my feet and then because I have to literally tip her head back and do it. That's the way we were shown to do it. 2 Doves, Bees and Gardens in the house. Good morning, Dawn and Watch Crew. And hello to you. And don't forget, guys, go over and check out all the channels you see on the chat. 2 Doves, Bees and Garden, and subscribe while you're there. And how are Sarah's peppers? Sarah has been harvesting the peppers that she grew from seeds that I sent her. How are they doing? Anything else come up yet that's good? I'm glad you got good peppers. That kind of helped for all of you who've got seeds from me so far. It's helped to see you all growing them and producing, because as you know, I lost a lot of stuff here, but it's helped me along to think, well, none of that was wasted because you've got seeds from that, so you're regenerating the stuff. So, and luckily I've got plenty of seeds. I did save lots of seeds, and the few bits that have died off that I caught, but they obviously died off because they weren't getting water, they've gone to seed early. So I'm collecting seeds. I'm doing good out of what was still left. John and Sarah say they're doing great, loving the heat more than I do. Okay, let's go on to our next theme today, which is this. Okay, so Nats, Hacks, Facts and Stats. Today we're talking about carpets. Now in Cyprus, we don't have carpets. We have rugs, but we don't have carpets. It is thought to be really unhygienic. That's why Cypriots don't have carpets. So this is cleaning stains and different things off a carpet. So I must move my mouse because it'll sit on there and then I have to click it to move it and you get a intro again. The first one is rub a ballpoint pen stain on a carpet with a little methylated spirit on a clean white pad. Sponge with warm water several times and blot dry. So that's how to get rid of a ballpoint pen stain. Fresh beer stains should be treated with a squirt of soda water or sponge with clear warm water. Blot well and treat any remaining stain with carpet shampoo. The third one, to remove chewing gum from the carpet, apply ice to harden. Pick off the gum, then use white spirit or methylated spirit for the residue. Rinse with cool water and blot dry. And the last one for today, mop up spilt coffee immediately, then rub the area with warm water containing carpet shampoo or washing up liquid, dish soap liquid, or sponge with a solution of baking soda and water. Rinse with cold water. When dry, finish off with some dry cleaning fluid. Shift a dried coffee stain with 1 part glycerin to 1 part warm water. I hope they're helpful, and all I can say is if you've got all those stains, you're pretty clumsy. Okay, let's go on to today's quote corner. So yes, it may... I just pressed something. What happened? It may well be sunny in time. I don't have my touch, what's it called, touch pad thing activated. So I think that was like it was. So I have to check that is off. I cannot use a touchpad, obviously, because of my perspective. Can't use a touchpad at all. Oh, sunny week for us. Good, Steve and Tina. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Very good. Okay, let's go to this. I have two for you today. I hope you'll find them funny. The first one is, a small girl was allowed to stay up for the start of her parents' dinner party. And as a treat, she was told she could say grace. She became a bit tongue-tied and didn't know what to say. Her mother said, "Say what Daddy said before breakfast this morning. You know, oh God." To which the little girl happily responded, "Oh God, why have we got these horrible people to dinner tonight?" Oh dear. Oh dear. John and Sarah say, outer bands of Beryl hitting us right now, light rain. Oh my goodness, stay safe. Oh my goodness, there's a lot going around at the moment of different tornadoes and storms, and sorry guys, we've got all the sunshine and good weather for many a month now. I'll try and send some your way. Stay safe, 2Bs, yes. Okay, the next one. This one's quite funny. A hospital visitor stopped to inquire in a kindly fashion about a patient surrounded by pipes coming in and out of him everywhere. As soon as he reached the bedside, the patient suddenly showed signs of great distress. He grabbed a pencil and paper, scribbled something down and thrust it at the visitor and fell back, dead. The poor visitor was hustled out of the hospital. In the ensuing confusion, he only remembered the note when he was well away from it. He found it was in Chinese. After some effort and some time, he found someone who had a friend who could translate it. It was returned to him reading, "Please get off the oxygen pipe." Oh dear. Oh dear, that's sad. Oh dear. Okay, let's move right along there. Okay, Steve's laughing at that one. We have a very similar sense of humour. So today I'm going to take a look at, you've seen these many times before if you're not new to my channel, these were Mike's Mums. It's a whole series. They're from England, so what I read is talk about England, gardening, and they used to love, and they still do, pesticides and so forth. So I skip those bits, but it's very good to see the old ways of growing. And the beginning of each one gives you each week in the calendar year and tells you what you should be doing. So we're going to look at what the author says of July week 3. It says, the season of local horticultural shows is now beginning. Even if you have no intention of exhibiting any of your produce, it's always an interesting event for the home grower. You can see how other gardeners have been faring and also note qualities that earn prizes. So let's see what we should be doing. Vegetables. You should be... He's actually got his headphones on. Steve's saying about still not seeing Mike. He's got his headphones on and he's in the other room, so he won't even hear me if I shout him. I have talked to him about it. And I said to him, Steve wants to see you. And he said, tell him to watch my channel then. I said, no, he wants to see you live so he can speak with you. And he said, not happening. He's actually put a video up today, so you can go on there and ask him, can we see you in person? And he'll go, no. Okay, so vegetables in week 3 of July. You should be sowing beet, leaf beet, Chinese cabbage, spring cabbage, carrot early varieties, chicory, sugarloaf and red Verona, American cress, endive, both summer and winter varieties, kale, especially the variety Hungry Gap, kohlrabi, I like kohlrabi, lettuce, salad, onion, pea, early varieties, radish, can't go wrong with radish, spinach, turnip. The herbs you should be sowing is borage or borage, depends where you're from, parsley and rocket. I love parsley. I just pick parsley all the time and put it with anything. To plant or transplant, broccoli, sprouting broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflowers, celery, courgettes, kale, leek. I've just been harvesting my leek, marrow, custard marrow, pumpkin and other squashes, savoy and tomato. You should be harvesting globe artichokes, broad bean, dwarf bean, beet, cabbage, spring and summer varieties, carrot, early varieties, cauliflower, summer varieties, lettuce, Japanese onion, salad onion, pea, early potato, radish, shallot, that's shallot, spinach, turnip, and herbs you should be harvesting is lemon balm, basil, borage or borage, caraway leaves, chervil, chives, corn salad, dill, fennel, lovage, mint, parsley, purslane, rocket, rosemary, savoury, sorrel, tarragon and thyme. Your fruit, you should prune or de-shoot apple, pear, trained trees and bushes, apricot, currants, red and white, gooseberry, peach, nectarine. You should be harvesting blueberry, early varieties, cherry, currant, black, red and white, gooseberry, raspberry and strawberry. And in your greenhouse, you can harvest vegetables sown under glass early in spring, including French bean, beet, carrot, courgette, cucumber, lettuce and tomato. So that's what you should be able to seed and harvest and plant right now in the third week of July. Okie doke, let's move along and do a bit of this. So we're going to continue with the bird book that we've been sharing, looking at different birds that grow in your garden. They do grow in your garden. They do grow in your garden. Two Doves, Bees and Gardens says we're harvesting lots of figs. Steve and Tina say love figs. I have got about 5 fig trees. If anyone wants them, I can't ship them, sadly. I have 5 fig trees, quite big now, still in pots. If anyone's watching in Cyprus and wants them, please come and collect them. I have so many fig trees. I really don't want any more. But when I see shoots coming out the ground of the fig trees, I can't kill anything. It's like when people have vegetables growing and they pinch out the small ones. I can't do that. It's living. It's living. It's like having twins and saying, oh, well, we'll get rid of one and just keep the best one. I can't kill anything like that that's growing. No. Okay, so the bird we're going to look at today, Two Doves, Bees and Gardens, we have over 100. Yes, guys, you need to go and see their channel. It's amazing. So the bird today is chaffinch, which is 15 centimetres long, which is 6 inches. I've just done a video on my other channel. No, it's going to be on this channel. It's something else I've salvaged. Had a really good haul. And I'm measuring with my feet, not by foot, literally with my feet. Okay. The chaffinch is a woodland bird, but it is also common in gardens and parks where tall trees provide food and songpost. In good years, flocks of chaffinch gather under beech trees to feed on the beech mast. Study the birds carefully to see if any of the closely related bramlings, which have orange bodies, are among them. The male is conspicuous, white flashes on wings and tail. Breeding plumage, a colourful mixture of pink crescent and slate blue. The female hen resembles a female sparrow, but look for the white on the wings and the tail. So here's the picture of those. That's the male there. And that is the female. You can see where the sail looks a bit like a sparrow is there. The voice. The song is a regular series of repeated notes that end with a flourish. Chip, 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 twee, twee, tish, twee. The call is a sharp pink, pink. Plumage. In spring, the cock chaffinch's buff feathers, oh my goodness, tips wear away to reveal the brighter colours of the breeding plumage. If it was in Cypriot, I could read it much easier. I'm losing my English, I'm sure. Feeding. The chaffinch mainly eats seeds that have fallen on the ground, including beech mast, cereal grains, chickweeds, and charlock. The parents feed the young on caterpillars, flies, spiders, and other small animals. Bird table. Chaffinches eat a variety of seeds and scraps, often picking up spillings under the bird table rather than actually landing on it themselves. Nesting. The female builds a delicate nest, mostly of grass and moss, in a tree fork. It is lined with feathers and rootlets and decorated on the outside with lichens and spiders' webs. The female takes over 1,000 trips to gather the nest material. The male occupies her as she works, but does not help when he accompanies her. Patient fledgling. A fledgling chaffinch waits for food amongst flowering oak. During the breeding season, adult birds switch to collecting insects to feed their young. Nesting information. May to August. 1 or 2 broods. 3 to 5 purple marked blue eggs. 12 to 14 days incubation, female. 12 to 14 days fledging, and 2 to 3 weeks until independent. So that's the bird of the day. Do you have those where you live? Think they're fairly common. Steve and Tina say our blueberries are starting to go blue. Definitely blueberries then. Definitely blueberries. Okay, let's move on. Let's do this. Okay, shall we play? What one shall we play today? Shall we do... let's do questions. Let's do some questions. Your corn is growing well. Super. I've harvested most of my corn. Harvested it. I lost some of it, but if you saw the video where I say how I'm trying to save stuff in drought, hot weather or no water, you'll see that I shielded the back ones, the young ones, from the front ones. So I do recommend that you grow them in waves, and then you can have, particularly because you know they can't bear wind much, or they don't drop the seedlings onto the tassels and make the sweet corn. So grow some in a line in front, and grow some behind as a second wave that are smaller, and they will be protected. Okay, so let's do questions. What is the worst trait about your partner or best friends? Ooh, what is the worst trait about your partner or best friends? Ooh, got to think about that. Worst trait. It's picking one. No. Worst trait. I would say sometimes losing one's temper. Yes, sometimes losing one's temper. Stay calm. I don't like shouting. I'm not a shouty person. Just speak calmly. If you've watched on my dance channel, my second live, you've got a whole thing about why I don't like people shouting. If you don't know that channel, it's Everything Dance, your mentor, and go on the lives. And the second one, Steve saying, I'll be stupid to answer that one. Oh, are you sitting together? Tina's going to say the worst trait about her partner is that he implies there's a situation, but he won't say what it is. Oh dear. No, but what's my worst trait? Do your own worst trait. My own worst trait. I wouldn't say it's a worst trait. I was going to say walking away from people, as in I give them a chance and then that's it. I wouldn't say it's a bad trait. Worst trait. It used to be taking things to heart, which is why I just walk away now. Drop me in it, says Steve. I certainly did. Worst trait. Tina says for me, shouting. Yeah, I don't do shouting. Don't shout, Steve. Be calm. It's good for you and it's good for Tina. Stay calm. Just speak. I don't understand shouting. I think as well, you get some parents that shout a lot. And being that I was teaching, you learn straight away that if you never shout and then something really bad happens and you just slightly raise your voice, it's more of a shock. So parenting the same. If you're always shouting, it doesn't have any effect at all. But when you suddenly mean something, or I tend to not say anything, that's normally a clue someone's done wrong. So if I just stop talking in my life, one of you has offended me. Two Dove Bees and Gardens. John says, Sarah is a perfectionist. I am big picture. Ooh, that's my worst trait. I'm sure it's something. What do you guys think it is? You know me enough. Again, I would say my worst traits, my thoughts are they're not, such as I will fight to the bitter end if someone is being downtrodden or is in the right. Some people will say, just as I said before, walk away. But if it's something that I won't let people win. I'm not saying if someone says they're right and you say you're right, not silly things, but situations like companies saying you can't do something when you can, and changing policies and you'd signed up to an old policy, but so they can't then change. That kind of thing. I'm talking big business and big companies. I won't walk from those things. Some people say that's a bad trait. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I have to ask Mike what's my worst trait and come back to you on that. Can you see your own worst traits? Short temper for Steve. Oh, short temper for Steve. I think as we get older, it certainly changes. I would say it certainly changes. Would you not agree? Things change. Things change. As I say, I'm a completely different person now. So, yes. I would say, I wouldn't say it's a worst trait again, but a difference me and Mike have is he does things, as in his thought process, a completely different way, and I can't get how he explains things. He does things, he just explains things in a really weird way, and I just can't understand him. I had a maths teacher like that once. I've talked about this recently. All the way up to my A-levels in high school, I had the same maths teacher. I understood the method of teaching, and suddenly my last final big exams, that teacher for some reason didn't do that, and you went to another teacher, and I couldn't understand the first thing she was explaining. So how are you going to do well when you can't understand the lesson? She might as well have been talking in another language, and suddenly I've come into the class and I don't know the language. The rest of the class had her from the beginning. I think that was it. There was like, you had top group, second group, third group, fourth group, which were the ones who couldn't do maths. And the top two groups combined for like the final exams. And I was in top group, and this teacher, funny enough, was in second group, and I had to go to that teacher, and I couldn't understand anything. I didn't even understand when she was talking about things I knew how to do. And I think Mike would have understood that, maybe because he's an engineer, but he just works in weird ways. I don't understand when he's trying to explain anything. It's like when you scroll up and scroll down, when you look at chat or something, he always says up when he means down, and down when he means up. Just simple things like that, but everything he explains. And when he says clockwise and anti-clockwise, he says it the right way, but he kind of says go back to, he just says it all like it's all backwards, but it's not. And I know subtraction. My mum, when I was little, tried to teach me, and she taught me about the columns. You know, if you've got a top number is in the column you're doing is smaller than the one underneath, so you can't take away. So you go to the number in the higher column, cross it off, reduce that by one number, and then you add like a 10 to the first column, then you take away the bottom number by 10. I've probably lost some of you already on my explanation, but she used to go on about borrow and pay back. I don't know what that was about. I just cross out the next number, put that one number lower than what it says, and then add like a 1 to make 10 in that column. So yeah, I would say my worst trait is maybe just giving up on trying to understand people explaining things in a different way. I don't get it. And my brain now can't cope with normal things, let alone try and figure things out. So that. Okay. The next question is, your phone and internet is down. Do you miss it? Ooh, your phone and internet is down. Do you miss it? Not at all. I'll miss you guys. But you'll be there when I come back. No, says Stephen Tina. No. If it wasn't for doing YouTube, I probably would barely even be on computer. I'll barely be on. I don't do any other social medias. I don't have Facebook or TikTok or anything like that. I don't go on all the time. As I say, my phone I put on in the morning and do shorts. I don't watch YouTube or anything on my phone. The only thing I watch on my phone, I do Reddit, because that seems to be sane people. And I think I like Reddit because I don't know if any of you do Reddit, but Reddit, you can choose your categories that you want to watch. You can choose the actual streams, pages, I don't know what they call them, but you can choose. And then if you get fed up with that one, it's like channels. If you get fed up with that, you can come out, but it's not channels because it's multiple people talking about a subject. So I've got a cross stitch one I follow, got an embroidery one I follow, I've got a Cyprus one obviously I follow, couple of funny channels, couple of channels where they talk about specific other channels, like gossipy, but in a fun way, not in a bad way, in a fun way. And as I say to you guys, I do my computer on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I try not to even come near it other days. And on those days, I catch up with any emails. It's literally a full day on my computer, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that's why if you do lives, or I think any other day, or after I finish my last lives on Monday and Wednesday, then it's very rare I will even come on your channel because I'll be gone. Fridays now, I do an early live on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. And I have now written down what times that is for you, because I can never tell you what times my lives are on my other channel. So on Friday, I do one on my other channel, and then Mike's out shopping then. So I do a narration, any filming I've got that I need to narrate over the top. I do that on Friday and then I'm gone. So on my other channel, on Friday, my live is 7 a.m. EST, and then it gets a bit too early for some of you, 6 a.m. Central, 4 a.m. PST. Australia's 8:30 p.m. and that's really why I started that one at that time, because all my Aussie followers were saying we can't ever really watch a live. So that's why that one's that time. And then UK, it's lunchtime, 12 o'clock. Stephen, Tina, Jules say, don't have a cell phone, mostly email for work. As you know, I've only fairly recently got an actual mobile phone that you can do things on. The old one was literally just a phone. You couldn't even do emojis on it or take photos. It didn't do anything. And people used to sometimes send me like text messages with emojis, and all you get is little square boxes because it doesn't work. Two Doves, Bees and Gardens say ours was out for about a week a couple of years ago. Didn't really miss it. Stephen Tina says I'd miss YouTube for a while. Yeah, as I say, it's my community. I'd miss that, but as I say, I can guarantee you guys will be there. I just worry I couldn't get a message out if something happened with the internet. You'd all be panicking that something happened to us. It's not like you can send, like, let's say America, you could send like some other YouTubers you might know that are near them, just go and check on them. No one can check on us. So I can't communicate with you if it went down. So please don't panic. Okay. What things annoy you? What things annoy you? A lot annoys me. Maybe that's a bad trait. Things annoy me. I need to not be bothered by things. I'm better now. So that old adage that I talk about very often about the whole pay scheme in the world, where the rich people do fun jobs that I don't even think are really jobs, and the hard grafters get barely any pay. That is probably the biggest thing that annoys me, winds me up. Just the way the whole world is backwards in that respect. Steve saying people telling me what to do. I would say, Steve, as well, no chocolate available. What else annoys me? Just nasty people, swindlers, any form of swindlers. That's got to be a big one for me. That's got to be up there. Top 3, I would say. Anyone who swindles, particularly if they're swindling other people, duping other people. Yes, that's got to be probably in my top 3. So what's the third one? Well, just the way the world is, the bad bits of the world. So that's quite a big category. I would like peace and harmony and tranquility and no war. And I know that's asking a lot. Scammers and liars, says 2 Doves, Bees and Gardens. Stephen Teen say the drug situation in British Columbia. I think that's it's a big thing in a lot of places now as well. Yeah, they're my top 3. If we could fix those 3 things, that would be a good start. Definitely a good start, that would be. Obviously things like people harming animals, or the trend at the moment is people getting animals for content, pretty much the same way they use their children for content. That's got to be a big one. That's got to be in my top 5. I don't think any children in any respect should be on social media at all. No. And I think they were going to bring in the thing that said, obviously a child might run across in the background if you've got a grandchild over or something like that. It happens. So they were going to bring in a thing that if your video was, say, 10 minutes long, that any child couldn't be seen for, I think it was something small, like 1% of the total length of time of your video, and certainly not content. I know they say, well, the adults run the channel. Well, you shouldn't be able to do that. Just no children being the bulk of any channel. I would say that. Steve saying any hard drugs, 2.5 grams of any drug goes here. Wow. Yeah, so that's got to be in my top 5. In my top 5, the other one would be bad things happening to good people, and good things, not good things happening to bad people, but, you know, switch it around. Hard workers need a bit of reprieve. So yeah, they're my top 5. They're very specific, my top 5. That's for sure. Okay, how are we doing for time? You can order 5 items free online. Off you go. What will you get? So any 5 items, anything, 5 things you can order online. Ooh. Well, considering I can't get most things here because we don't have Amazon, and I actually let Squirrel know on his channel. He was talking about a future giveaway, and I always let people know. They think, oh, we'll say Amazon for a prize. Amazon is not actually in many countries, and people think, oh, that's just an easy way. No. What YouTube suggests, and what a lot of channels now do, is for a prize giveaway. A lot of channels started off saying only if you're in the country. You can't do that. Giveaway has to be for everybody. So they suggested You can offer PayPal monetary value of the prize, because anyone can set up a PayPal anywhere in the world. Not even gift vouchers. People do gift vouchers. That's no good. There was a long saga, I think it was with Anne's channel, setting up, there's a credit card gift voucher or something. That doesn't work in most countries either. So you can either do monetary value in PayPal, or you can offer an alternative prize, or just get things you're willing to post. Just get things you're willing to post as a prize, like I did. Because I think if I can get things I gave away for 2K and 3K, but when I gave things away, if I can post things to any winner anywhere in the world, then I'm sure you can sort out the same sort of thing if you do anything like that. So bear in mind, I can't get anything here. We'll pretend I can. Steve's having chocolate. Fruit and nut chocolate. Any 5 things. Does it have to be for yourself? Because if not, I would buy for others. Let's say it's got to be for yourself. I would get tons and tons and tons and tons of cross-stitch stuff. Just a big haul of threads. I love threads. It is more about the threads for me and getting them all nice in the rows. But I do enjoy doing it. So I would get threads. I would get cross-stitch kits. I wouldn't get the ones where it's already printed on the Aida. I don't like when it's already printed on there. I like when you've got a pattern and the blank Aida material. So I would get tons of those. I would get little storage boxes for all the cross-stitch threads, the little bobbins that you can wind all the thread on. I would just get a cross-stitch haul. I would do that. So I would just I would probably do the same thing with stationery, like pens and folders and paper, fancy craft paper, coloured biros and stationery. I'm quite easily pleased. So cross-stitch haul, stationery haul. What else? Books, maybe books. Would I get lots of books? Maybe. What else would I get? 5 things. Steve's having five goes at chocolate. What else would you guys have if you could have any 5 things to order online? I'll probably do a clothes haul. Just clothes, mostly shorts and summer vest tops, that kind of thing. Probably do that. How many is that? Have I said 3? 4. So I want one more. What about like a food haul? Treats of food. They're all hauls, have you noticed? I'm a bit greedy. Food, fancy foods, cakes, chocolate, biscuits, like desserts, fun foods. Yes, fun foods. There you go. That's my 5 things. Steve's just stuck on chocolate. Bless. I'd love to send you like a package of different chocolate from Cyprus, but it would melt if I sent it. Two Doves, Bees and Gardens been thinking. There are so many things you can get online now. I've seen where you can order house cars and so much more. So is that what you're having? Oh, I know what I should have said. Seeds. I should have said like a haul of seeds. Send the books back. Switch it out for seeds. Steve said gold bars. Yeah, switch the books. I could get books on Kindle. Switch the books out for seeds. Seeds, obviously. Or actually, I might go and just get loads of trees, fruit trees. No, seeds. I'll do seeds. I'll do a big haul of, what's that catalogue? I forget now, the big thick one. Oh, everyone uses it. I can't order from that. They won't ship to Cyprus. What is it? Oh, it's gone. The really thick one. Everyone gets it. And you get all like weird and wonderful varieties and that in it. Yeah. Oh, Baker Creek. That's the one. Thanks. Baker Creek. There's another one as well, isn't there? But Baker Creek was the one I was thinking of. Yeah, I'd get them to. I can't order from it because I'd love to even just have the catalogue just to see through. If any of you got an old one, it's probably too expensive to send. Just go. So if you've got an old one, or if you've got one, can you film it and show me all the pages? I just want to see all the varieties. I can't get online to it or anything. Oh, I sent them an email and they just said no, not in Cyprus. That's probably why I can't get on it. Steve's getting Tima a new house. Now he's seen you could get houses online. Bless. That's really sweet. Really sweet. Okay, let's do one more question. I've lost my page. One more question. Steve, John and Sarah says, I'm sure we have a couple. We just pre-ordered the newest one. Or do a video just showing all the different types. Because everyone shows their haul, but I don't think anyone's actually showing the catalogue. You could do an episode on each thing. If there's loads of, say, marrow, you could do an episode of the marrow. And I'm doing a fun video. You can send me the stuff or do it yourself. Seed versus reality. So if you film it yourself, send it to me and I'll put it on mine. And I'm saving pictures of, you can do it via catalogue pictures or from the seed packet, but keep a picture of what you order. And then when it's grown, take a picture of the catalogue picture or the seed packet next to that vegetable and do a comparison. So I'm doing seeds versus reality. So it's going to take time, but if you want to send me pictures of that, and then I'll do you a shout out, any that you do, or do it on your own channel as well. Not a bad idea, says Two Doves, Bees and Gardens. No one's done it, not that I've seen. They might flick, but I'm going to look. I'm going to look. Oh, I can see how people order so much from it. It must be like so exciting. Okay, let's finish on a good one. What is your favourite family tradition? Ooh, favourite family tradition. Me and Mike, every Sunday, we have a proper Sunday. He cooks a roast dinner on a Sunday, proper big roast dinner. We have wine o'clock, which is about 10 o'clock in the morning is wine o'clock, basically when he's prepped everything. He'll either make a slurping noise, which summons me, like, or if it's a corked bottle of wine, wherever I am, I normally hear it and I come running. Or he goes, cheers, or yammers, or wine o'clock, or something like that. And then we'll have dinner with more wine. We have quite a lot of wine on Sunday. We had quite a lot of wine yesterday. We had a real chill out day. Oh my goodness. And then we normally chill out, might watch a film, but it's together time. So Sundays are weekly tradition for us. Steve and Tina say Christmas morning, being together. Stephen Tina saying, not sure how much longer now Ethan and Emily are, not sure how much longer now Ethan and Emily are older. Well, just count yourself lucky you've had that experience. That's what I always say to empty nesters. Count yourself lucky you've had that experience. Must be a wonderful thing. So, yeah, it's definitely different when you're older as well, when you've not got that family Christmas. I've said before, always had fantastic Christmases and birthdays when I was little. Definitely not the same anymore. We don't get presents or anything. So it's not like we've even got that experience of opening presents. I know it's not about that, but it really does feel a bit odd, I must say. Empty nest is getting close. Ooh. Ooh, empty nest is getting close. Okay, I'm going to finish there for today. It's been a really good one. I love when I get questions and you all answer. We have really good fun there. So thank you for being here. Thank you if you're watching back later. Don't forget to check out my other channel as well. And I will be back here on Wednesday. And until then, Meraki. And see you next time. Bye for now.